Hey besties, get in here. Let me teach you how to prepare this sweet okra. So, to begin with, by the way, let me let you understand this sweet okra is how you used to seduce your man. If you know you have your man that always eats outside, Biko, please come in here, come and learn how to prepare sweet okra. With this one, you can use it to charm your man, maintain him on one position at home. And then as well, you can use it for babies, all the new mothers that their babies are 6 months and above, and they're already at the stage where they can eat food. This is so perfect for your babies. So come in here and come and learn. As you can see, this is just me. I'm just putting in some spices in the protein I'll be using for my soup, which is the okra. Here, I'm just putting in a lot of seasoning. I love seasoning, especially when it has to do with chicken. I love seasoning because that's what is going to give it the taste. Because with this soup, you don't put any other spices like tomatoes, onions, no. So all this garnishing you're doing right now, that's the meat water you're going to be using to prepare the soup. So it's very important it tastes. This is the beginning, so make sure you're taking note. So at this point, I just deposited my protein on the fire, which is chicken, and there is no soup without snails in my house. So comment down below if you yourself you use a lot of snails at home. So this is just me. I'm kind of like adding snails because hubby loves it a lot. So I'm just like, okay, let me see how I can clean it up and mix it together with the other proteins on the fire. And this is just me doing the doable, what the lady is meant to do. Can you see this view? The view of the pot, just the aroma. It's all over. I wish you can just be in this kitchen to see. And after that, next we move up to what we are going to be using alongside the okra, which is egusi. I don't know how they call this in your language, but make sure you comment down below. So in my language, they call it egusi, but people know it as the pumpkin seeds. Yes, the seeds you collect out of pumpkin. So I just set it aside and I dive into my okra, but this part was not enough. Later on, you're going to be seeing I added more because this one was small. In my home, when I'm cooking, I make sure I cook in large quantity, so at least I don't get to cook the next day. So since this one is special, my husband loves this soup particularly so much, so I have to add lots and lots of proteins after the chicken, the snail, and now we are diving into the fish. Very important, he loves it. Like I told you, this is to maintain your man at home. If you know a guy always likes to go out, make sure you cook this. You will see after this, you will give me your testimony. So I just see how I can clean up my fish, but more, Oga will not leave me. Only gossiping what he does not know. But I kind of thank God for him because whenever I'm in the kitchen, he's always like my backbone. He's always there to support me. May God bless him for me. So after that, we turn to our pot and it's almost ready. That's when you put in your fish. Don't put your fish at the very beginning. Know that you're going to regret it at the end. So yeah, I have the intentions of frying the fish. I just had to put it sit for about 2-3 minutes just for it to marinate in that tasty water. And after that, I just took out the fish because I wanted to fry it. Hubby does not like cook fish, so this was just the best way to do it. So after that, you put in oil on the fire, and then I just had to fry my fish. and let it sit, because this is the only way that hubby likes eating fish. You see all those ones you boil, no matter how you season it, oga will not eat, oh, trust me. So I have to fry it. So after you fry your fish, make sure, before we go to the after, make sure the fish is well dried. Not some people, when they're putting fish on the fire, they are really unable to let it dry. So at the end of the day, you see the fish scattering up. So like I told you, the previous okra was so small. So yeah, this is just Oga. He's helping me out. And we had to increase the quantity, since I don't just cook for a day. At least I have to cook today and let the next day rest. That's why. Like I told you, you have to let the fish dry, let it dry well, and then you take it out of the fire. From there, we move up to the next step. Like I told you, this marinated water is very good. That's what you're going to be using for your soup. So be careful, because it has to be tasty. From there, we put in our pumpkin seeds. We let it sit and cook for about 5 to 6 minutes, and later on you season it. In my home, I don't like too much seasoning, so be careful. These are some of the things that once you do it too much, it brings out sicknesses. So let's just be careful with the way we consume seasoning cubes. So later on, when our pumpkin seeds, which we call it in our side egusi, is ready, you put in your okra and then you stir. You stir till perfection. When it's ready, then you can add in all the proteins. Any protein of your choice, it's up to you. So for me, I added my chicken, I added the fish, I added the snails and everything, and I just had to bring out the African woman in me, grinding my crayfish. Crayfish is very important in this soup. Trust me, you need crayfish. It gives another vibe, another taste. So from here, I just grind my crayfish, and I had to add it in the pot of soup. You stir again to bring everything to perfection. When you stir everything, you make sure you taste it and let all the seasoning be okay. After that, you can now move in to add your last set of proteins, which is fish. You know, fish is very complicated. If you're not too careful, it can break. So be very careful. We always add it at the very last, when you're about to take out the pot from the fire. So we add in our fish, we stir, and then our soup is definitely ready. Cook this and then give me your testimony. From there, we move to turning our pounded yam. I'm sorry, we do not have mortar to pounded yam, so we substitute with the powdered pounded yam. From there, dinner is set. So guys, try it and let me know.